views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Stay. Elaine. What we said, stay. Elaine. Ready, set, goes. Ready, set, goes. Ready, set, goes. Ready, set, go. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the Stay in Your Lane podcast. It's your girl, Samantha. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing amazing. Thanks for asking. Well, I just want to say I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today we have an amazing episode. We have a beautiful, very important person in the room today, and I'm so excited. But before we get into things, I hope you guys go check out my last episode. It's amazing. Gen Z, listen up. You got some great advice there. Like, I gave you guys some amazing input. Go check it out. Very motivational. The episode before that, fearless, be fearless, not fearful. I literally was so choked up, like in awe with myself, like, wow, Samantha, you did that. Like, it was such an amazing episode, and I think you guys need to go and check it out. So go over to the Stay in Your Lane podcast on Spotify, also Essex County on YouTube, and search for Stay in Your Lane, and you would definitely see me, okay? And don't worry, we got more exciting things coming on. So let's just get right into it. Come over. What are you doing over there? So in the studio today, we have the amazing, let me see, I need drum roll. The drum roll. No, that is not the drum roll. There we go. We have the amazing, beautiful Teresa. Did I pronounce your name right? You did. Teresa, how are you doing today?
I am great. I'm fine.
Thank you so much. If guys, you did not know who this is, if you guys are not familiar, especially on campus, introduce yourself. Let them know you are the boss lady for the drama.
Thank you for having me here today. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, is it? So introduce yourself. I know you are the advisor for Drama Club, and you are the teacher.
Yeah, I teach drama 101 and 102, and playwriting, stage directing, and also theater appreciation.
Wow, that's so... Guys, did you hear all of that? Did you hear that resume? That is so amazing. That's a lot of art. You are so amazing.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Don't be selling yourself short. So if guys, you did not know, Mrs. Teresa, she is the first professor we have here on our podcast, and I'm so grateful to have her here because we met. I actually did a play with her. We were in a play together in the summer.
Did.
And that play, we made history.
We did. Oh, my gosh. It was a lot of work to get that theater. A lot of work. And I know the other professors are thinking, yeah, we actually pulled through on their own, but we were the backbone. We were definitely the backbone.
Wow, just to get that theater, just for us to actually practice.
Oh, yes.
Was a hassle.
And they kept saying that something was wrong with Mary B. Birch because the lighting and other technical difficulties. But we can just call facilities.
Exactly.
They're always on top of it. But the only thing is the electricity, just the cost. So it's always available for events and just one day a week, where we have the drama club from what time? 2:30 to 4 every Thursday.
Okay, amazing. So I just want to go back to you teach drama 101, drama 102, writing. What's the other two?
The other two, stage and directing and theater appreciation.
How did you get into those fields?
Oh, let me see. I used to be a student here at Essex County. I was back in 2022.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was 22 going on 23.
Okay.
Like, I knew I wanted to be an actor or actress or performer, but until I got older.
There we go. We can hear you so much clearer. Yes.
It sounds so far away, so it has to be in my face.
Yes, it has to be in your face. Look behind you. You see, there's a choke up on the mic. Oh. They literally have a sign in here that says that.
So I really did want to be an actress, but then as I got older, I realized maybe that's not for me, because I prefer history.
Okay.
I prefer backstage work.
Okay.
I prefer producing things, creating things, but I'd rather just watch my own work come to life instead of watching myself do things, because I never liked seeing myself act. No.
Why not?
I don't know. I get.
You get the aches, like, that's
I'm just
not
like,
you.
oh no. If I would go to see a premiere and then my face will be shown on screen, I just have to look away. I have to cover my face and wait until it passes. Cause
why?
I don't know.
So, since you're saying that, since we did the play, was that in May or June we did that play?
It was in May.
In May. So, guys, we did a play. It's called, oh my God, the name is
You got
right.
it.
I got it. I know. The name is right there. The play that goes right. Was it right? The play that goes wrong.
It went wrong.
Yes, that's the play. If you guys don't know that big play, the play that goes wrong, it's an amazing, amazing production. So we did a spin-off of that, and it was a roller coaster.
It really was, because we had to cut off about 3 characters, right?
Yes, we cut cutthroat, and we had to get it done. Like, that was real ethic for me, because with me just going back into work,
You were amazing.
School and here,
You
oh my
were
God,
amazing.
that was. But with that play, I know we recorded it. Have you ever sit back and watched it?
No, I did not watch it yet. But I do feel like the very last performance, that was my best performance.
Okay.
But the second one was, I know I was stumbling a little bit, but then someone had to keep me in mind that this play goes wrong. So people are meant to mess up on purpose.
Yes.
So I had to play along with it. You know, it's that scene between you and I. I don't know if you noticed that.
You did mess up between us?
I did mess up. I don't know if you noticed. I did mess up a little bit.
Because I was in my head too.
Because we only had one audience member in there, and she was, I think it was the lady from
EOF?
the EOF department.
Yes.
She was the only audience, but her personality was an audience of 15.
Yes. Ooh, yeah. She was very, but the thing is, she was very ecstatic. She was very,
She was.
Yeah, she was, we did it. She enjoyed it because it was her first time seeing the cast.
It was.
Yes. So I think she has been at the school for so long, and the Essex County itself hasn't had a drama play in over 10 years, almost 20 years.
It really, let me tell you, Samantha, oh my God.
Who you telling?
All of y'all. Like, what?
And I was going over the yearbook.
Yeah.
Guess what year?
What year?
1989.
Wow.
1989, Dr. Tuma has it. Sorry. Hi, Dr. Tuma. How are you doing? So he showed me the yearbook about when Mary B. Birch was raging. Wow. And we had a couple of celebrities there.
Wow.
Giving speeches. You want to know who?
Ooh.
The woman who played Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show. Felicia Rashad.
Uh-huh.
She was one of the spokesperson.
Okay.
She was here. And also Whitney Houston's mother as well.
Was here?
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to her, to both of them. Her mom is still alive? No, her mom passed away.
She recently passed.
She recently passed too. Wow. So 1989, Essex County was on top when it comes to drama.
Yes,
They
it was.
were doing amazing. And we're in the year of 2024. 1989, I was not even born yet.
I was.
You was born?
I was born.
Well, just to see 1989, I wasn't even born yet, you know? And just to know that so many years later, to be a part, coming to America and to be a part of that.
I have pictures if you want to see it. I just have to find it.
Yes, I would love to see the pictures.
But
We made history. That's amazing. And I think that's something to celebrate.
really did.
And I hope they have a photo of us, because if not, you have the photos, right? You need to send those photos. They need to put that photo in the yearbook. They need to put that photo in magazine, because we are the cast that literally brought that drama club to life.
We did.
After 20 years, Essex County has had a cast that successfully went through week of auditions, and actually put together an amazing, when I tell you, an amazing play.
We could make so much more, because we have a lot of dancers. We have a lot of, a lot of musicians. They want their own, even though they do have their own space in the gym and also in the auditorium, somewhere in the auditorium next to the theater.
Yeah.
They have their own space. But what about if they want to build an orchestra or a band? They need the stage. And for aspiring actors and performers,
Yes.
we need the stage.
Yes.
And Essex County, we had it right in 1989 through the 90s. We can get it back again.
I think definitely. I think it's just, as you said, you have the group of, the voice comes from within. And I think one voice, then it can always lead. Like, don't be afraid. Same as though you had to fight to get that theater, so we could do that play. I think once the school see that there's students and there's voices and there's something to be made, they will actually act on it. So you just have to keep pushing and making sure that happens. But I want to say, where's my water? The water is right behind you. I want to say, congratulations on keeping the spirit and keeping the life in Drama Club in Essex County. That's amazing. But I'm going to take a little curveball. I know you're very shy. Why are you so shy?
I've always been this way since I was younger. My grandmother raised me.
Yeah?
And my mom was too young. She was mentally young. Mm-hmm. You could just call her the wild child.
Your mom? How old was your mom when she had you?
22.
22? My mom was younger than that when she had me.
Really?
Yes, my mom had me at the age of 16.
16?
Yes, very young. Aww. Yes, my mom was a teen mom, and she made it through. Hi, Mom. But yes.
She raised a very intelligent woman.
Thank you.
Look at you.
A kid, I always say kid raising kid. She had to go through it. But your mom was 22. That's not.
She was 22, but she was she was something else. She was a wild child.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, she was.
So you were raised by your grandma?
I was raised with my grandmother in a Christian path.
Okay.
So I was very submissive. Mm-hmm. I'm not like that anymore. Yes. I'm more outspoken, but sometimes if someone would give me a compliment, I'll just
shun away.
Yeah, I don't know how to take it. I'll just smile awkwardly. And if they were to say something about it, I'll get more awkward. Like, why are you acting like this? I'm complimenting you. I'm like, yeah, thank you. I'm not really, thanks.
And why do you think that happened?
Well, I'm Dominican.
Okay.
And in a lot of Dominican households, a lot of not so nice things goes on.
No? What's that?
The boys are treated a lot better than the girls.
Okay.
The girls, you got to push to be the best. Okay. And if you're not, any little thing, it would be like, let me see. If you were to say, you know how some people will pay attention to the bad than the good?
Yes.
They will emphasize more on the bad than the good.
Okay.
Let's say I pulled my cousin's hair. They will talk about that and for years and never let that go. But if I win, let's say if I win an award for best peer or I got an A on a test, they're like, oh, that's nice. But remember what you did this to your cousin?
Oh, so they don't celebrate your achievements. Or
Not
anything.
really.
They more highlight the negative.
Yes,
the
they do.
bad. So do you think with growing up that affects your personality traits
Yes,
in making you kind of shun away?
pretty much. My best childhood years were in the Dominican Republic. I was able to be myself, but when I moved to America, I was born in America, but I was raised in DR. The only reason why I was brought to Newark, I was brought back to Newark by my mom because it was my grandfather's funeral. I first met my mom. I had no idea that was my mom. I didn't know that was her. She looked so young.
Yeah.
She looked so young.
Wow.
I didn't know that there was a death in the family. I was only maybe 4 years old. I have that memory.
Wow. Wow.
I still do. She picked up. I remember I had a Barbie doll who had a black boot, like a black Christmas boot, and the boot fell, and there was a young woman. She smiled at me. She picked up the boot and handed it back to me.
Okay.
And I took it, and I was just staring at her because I sensed something familiar. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything to her. I mean, I don't remember if I did.
Okay.
But all I did remember is that she smiled at me and walked away, and I walked straight to my grandmother.
Oh, so you felt that, like, this lady
Yes.
before, but you didn't know what to say. You
I
just
didn't know.
looked at her and just went back. And that was at 4 years old?
I was at 4.
And ever since that day, did you end up staying with her, or you just...
We flew back. I think we flew in 3 days, I believe. My grandmother, everyone else, my aunts, I didn't know them either. My 2 cousins, they were babies.
Okay.
And even my mom, we all flew back to the USA.
So your mom, when you were living in DR, your mom was in the U.S.?
Yes.
So you were born in the United States, and then you went to live with your grandmother in DR.
In DR.
And then you came back here at 4 years old.
Yeah, around 4. But then we went back and forth.
Okay.
It was going back and forth. And then by 6, because I remember my 6th surprise party in Dominican Republic. I still have pictures. They're somewhere else.
Wow.
I remember I had a Minnie Mouse birthday party. It was white and pink.
Oh, amazing. You see, you remember a lot of things from your childhood. So you came here back into America permanently at the age of 6?
6. And then my childhood was never the same.
No. So did you move back here with your mom, with your grandmother?
I moved with my grandmother again. Yeah. She moved back with us.
Okay. So what made the change different here than when you guys were living in Dominican Republic?
Culture shock.
Culture shock?
Culture shock. You know how you would read English now, there's some words that you can't really pronounce. My first language was Spanish.
Okay, yeah.
Let's say you take the word juice. I would read it as if it were Spanish.
Okay.
So it would be juice, something like
Okay.
That's how I remember it.
So when you see the English word juice, you would say it in Spanish?
I would try to say it and pronounce it as if it were Spanish.
Okay. So how long did it take you to learn English?
It took me until I was 8 to speak English.
Okay, that's not bad. That was good. So when did you actually see your mom again?
Oh, from then on, I saw, my mom is still in my life, but when did I see her? My mom would actually go into her little escapades every now and then.
Okay.
So it was just my aunt Esperanza, my aunt Lily, Teresa, and even my grandmother. But my mom was not there. She was out somewhere.
Okay.
She's always out.
Okay.
And when she actually stayed, I think I was 7. I was 7 years old, but still, I didn't know she was my mom. I still didn't know.
So when did you know that, like, that's your mom? Did the family hide it from you, or you had to find out?
I found out.
You had to find out?
I found out the way they would call her, because they would. My mom's nickname is Nina because she's the smallest. She's the youngest child.
Okay.
Her older sisters and her older brother. She was actually, her nickname was Nina, and I even called her Nina or Maria. But for me, I only called my grandmother Mommy.
Okay. Because that's what the family had taught you.
Yes.
So at what age did you find out that your real mom was, what's her name, Nina?
Maria, but her nickname Nina.
Nina. What age did you find out, like, that's your mom?
Mom, like probably 8.
8 years old?
Yes.
Did you went back to your grandmother?
Oh,
Like,
my grandmother was always with me.
I mean, when you found out that that's your real mom, like, did you question your grandmother?
No, I didn't question anything. I mean, how could I know? All I know is that, really? That's my mom? She's scary.
And
No.
we gotta take sometimes bad things major. Wait, that really?
Yeah, I was very scared of my mom when I was younger.
Wow.
Very scared of her. She didn't have the, like, my aunts could be scary too, but it's like a funny scary. It's a very comfortable scary, but my mom, there's no telling what she will do. Okay. I am making her sound so bad. I'm so sorry.
I mean, that's your experience, right? And I think
Yes.
sometimes when we're younger, that's what actually, how can I word it? I believe our childhood is what set us up for when we're older. And then in our older years, we tend to have some personality trait that we develop by not realizing those are from childhood.
Yes.
Ages, things that we went through. Because you said, as now that you're grown, the way you're not as submissive as you were before, but that type of personality came from you.
Oh, it was like my good childhood. It ended, you could say, at 8 years old.
At 8 years old.
That's when the worst started to happen. I don't want to talk about that though.
Okay.
It's traumatic.
Traumatic. That's totally understandable.
Sorry.
So when did you actually found back yourself, like found your lane?
Ooh,
Like,
I found my lane.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Let me see, my 30s.
30s?
As soon as I turned 30.
Yeah. So what were you doing in your 20s? Trying to figure out yourself?
Yes, I mostly was. Like by my mid 20s, what was I doing? I actually started to work in my early 20s.
Yeah.
Ooh, I started, going out more with friends. I started socializing, being out of the house a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't allowed to have any boyfriend until I turned 18.
Okay.
But then I had a boyfriend at 17. And then when the whole family found out, they were so mad at me.
Wow.
It's like my younger cousins could have everything they want. They didn't have because my cousins, they were brought up differently.
Okay.
They were more American than I was.
Okay.
Even though I'm American too, but I had more of a Caribbean mentality.
Okay.
And I was the more passive. And submissive one. If they told me, like, God doesn't like this, God doesn't like that, I'm like, okay, I don't want to disappoint him. That would be me.
Okay.
They would use, and even when my grandmother passed,
R.I.P. to her.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's totally fine.
I actually know, maybe after my grandmother passed, I started to find out more about myself.
So you feel like, would you say your grandmother kind of take away your identity?
No, I don't think she did. I think she, but my aunt came up with a theory, my Aunt Lily. She said if I were to have been raised by my mom,
Yeah.
my whole personality would have been entirely different. I would have been more outspoken and misbehaving a lot.
Okay.
But with my grandmother, if I were to be, I was raised by her, but if my grandmother would have been living longer, I would have been more quiet.
More quiet. So do you take that as a negative or positive? How do you take it? Like the woman you are today, when you look back at that, how do you take that?
Well, there are some things I would like to go back in time and change. But then again,
It happened.
it happened, and you know what? I wouldn't be who I am now if it weren't for my grandma.
She made you actually focus on creating a career path?
Yes. She's the one who supported me when I told her I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be a ballerina. She would be, yes, go for it. And I told her I wanted to be an actress. She would tell me, yes, go for it.
Yeah. So she always been your protector,
Yes.
but very hard on you. No, she'd never been
She was
hard.
never hard on me.
So it was your aunts or the one that were hard on you?
Yes. My mom and my aunts. Like if my mom were to say something, I have one aunt, she would hype her up, and the other one will be more aggressive with it.
Okay.
And then we have another Aunt Maggie. She would just tell everyone to leave me alone.
So I know you met, at what age did your grandma pass away?
24.
24?
Just before I got my associate's degree.
Here at Essex
Essex County. I saved her a seat. Because usually I saved her a seat. I got her a ticket. But I didn't know she was going to pass away. I had a feeling, but
So she didn't get to make it to see you graduate.
no.
But she was happy you went and got the degree.
Yeah, she did.
Yes.
She was really happy. She saw me on my last day of school. I was already graduating. I'm good.
Okay.
I showed her, all my grades. She was so proud.
So
Sorry.
That's okay. So by you saying that, and after that, how many days after did she end up passing away? After you showed her, you seen her, you showed her your grade, you let her know that you did it, you're about to graduate.
Oh. I mean, she passed May 6th. Her birthday was on the 18th, May.
Okay.
Class ended already by late April.
Late April, yeah.
I already showed her that I did it, but my grandmother, she was already in another state of mind, but all she could do was smile.
I asked you that. The reason why
sorry.
That's okay. The reason why I asked you that is because it's like there's something that came over me, like a feeling. So, where you said that your grandmother, you bought her a ticket so she could come to your graduation, but she ended up passing away. So she weren't able to see you walk the stage. But when I look at it as she see you walk the stage because you completed it. You completed the whole semester. You got your degree. Ooh, when you went to her, you showed her that I'm graduating. I did it. You completed it. So to me, I look at it as she wasn't there physically to see you walk, but she was there in spirit, and peacefully she know that you did it.
She was there, yes.
And I think that's something that maybe put her at peace too, in making her feel like to see that you achieved that. You understand what I'm saying?
Don't make me cry.
That's okay. No, that's fine. That's why I'm like, I believe she wasn't there. That's the reason why I asked you how long before did she pass away after you let her know that you're graduating and everything. Because I look at it as she see you did it. You understand? Like at least you completed college before she passed. So she didn't get to see you, but that memory of you completing it and finishing and showing her your grade is with her. And I think that's peace within itself of seeing that her growing, like, you know, her actually raising you and everything, seeing you completed school, something that you wanted to do. And what did you get your degree in?
I had my degree in theater studies.
In theater studies. And to see you do that. And then here in 2024, for you to be a professor at the school that you graduated, I think that's something to be proud of. I think that's something to celebrate, because that shows the test of time that you believed in yourself, and after such loss, you took the time in finding yourself and finding your path, and it brought you back to where you first started, if that makes sense.
Thank you. And you know something else?
Wow.
Even years before, when I was 15, my grandmother she said, you can be whatever you want to be, but I think you'll be more fulfilled. Because she said she had a dream that in the future I will be teaching.
Okay.
And here I am, teaching.
And did you see that for yourself?
At first, no.
No?
At first, no. But then, now I see, I guess. My grandmother said, if God gives you a talent, because I really didn't, because when I was growing up, I didn't like my teachers. I didn't like one teacher, especially when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
This woman, she was such an enabler. She would watch all the other children make fun of me, and then this woman would make it worse.
Oh, wow.
She would make it worse, and guess what that lady is doing now?
What?
Right now, I don't know what kind of, she's one of the counselors for a student's well-being.
Here
in the USA, but also in, I'm not going to say the school.
Yeah, done. But she's somewhere else. And look at where you're at.
And look at where I am now.
Wow.
And it's just, but I vowed to myself that I'm not going to be that kind of teacher. I'm not going to be that teacher who allows another student to be bullied in my face.
Yes.
Even if that student is asking for help, I will not hesitate to help.
Wow. So, at what age did you find your lane that, yes, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a drama teacher?
Honestly, 6 years ago, for 6 years, I was a para. I was a para-professional and even a substitute teacher. Like I finally got my master's.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
that was a while ago.
That's still congratulations. It's not easy.
But then I just realized that I need to finally put my degrees into use. And the only thing I can think about is, hey, maybe I should just become a substitute teacher. I can just make my own schedule. And next thing you know, I fell in love with teaching.
Wow. And how did you end up here at Essex County?
How did I end up? I wanted a change of scenery. I contacted one of my old professors. I asked him if there is a position for me here, because I have certain degrees and I want to put them to work. And he directed me to Dr. Tuma, who used to be one of my other professors as well.
Oh, wow. That back in 2002.
Oh my gosh, yes, it was. Around 20... Oh my gosh, no, it was 2014.
2014, okay.
2014. He was my professor back in 2014.
Okay.
And now we're in 2024.
Yes. Because you mentioned something earlier about 2002. I'm like, wait, you got your degree in 2002?
No,
I'm
I
like,
was
that
12.
does not sound right.
I was 12 years old.
Okay. But you see how life works sometimes. I think, because you said you were a Christian, you grew up in a Christian home. I'm very sure you believe in the Almighty God.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, you put him first. But I say that to see how life itself work in our favor and always come back around. God always bring us back where we started from sometime, or the path that we're destined to be, a purpose of that. Because the fact that I'm thinking I'm going to bring back this from the fact that the same school here at Essex County is where you graduated with your theater degree, and your grandmother weren't able to see you walk, but she told you that in a dream she see you teaching and you should chase your destiny. And then many years later, here you are back at the same institute teaching.
What are the odds? God does work in mysterious ways.
I think that's something to reflect on and really like give God thanks and really realize that you are special and you're on your path of what you wanted to do. And the fact that you said you're finding back yourself, you are, how can I word it? You said that you're not that submissive as you were before because you know the woman that you are today.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, I'm just Samantha.
Yes.
All my life. Yeah. I had to keep my mouth closed. You know what my grandmother would say to me? She said, be humble, but don't be an idiot. Yeah, those were her exact words. Because you can say something, you can defend yourself, but also keep that humility. But if someone is disrespecting you in your face,
yes,
don't be an idiot and respond back in the most classy way as possible.
That is so true. Oh my God, I like that. Be humble, but don't be an idiot. Be humble.
She said it another way, but it's
it still stands in that way, and I think that good. So you're saying that for most of your adulthood, you were one that you weren't assertive?
I was never assertive. Now I am. I mean, I'm passive assertive now. But I was never assertive.
No. You were just really quiet.
I was quiet. And I earned a nickname from my family. One nickname that I always hated. It was called Mosquita Muerta.
Okay.
Dead fly.
Wow.
Dead fly. And I hated the meaning. I hated the name. It would always make me feel horrible.
Oh my God, dead fly, because you're so quiet and you're so quiet. Oh my God, guys, this story,
exactly.
You see, I told you I have a very special guest and it's so amazing. But what we're about to do, I'm not even like through all my questions and it is just so amazing. No, we're going to do a part 2 right after this. I just want to tell you guys, I hope you guys take a lot from this episode. And for all my students out there, you know, you have your drama teacher here, Teresa. I hope you understand her more. And I hope the biggest thing I want you to take away from this first sit down is just to put God first, but also believe in yourself and believe in your goal and believe in your possibility and just believe in you. Anything you want to tell them before we end this first episode?
I second that.
You second that? Okay, I really appreciate this. I'm wondering, what are we going to call this first episode? What are we going to call it? Let me see. I think we're going to figure out a name. But I want to say to all my Essex County students out here, we're almost there at the end of the semester. Just know that you got this. Believe in yourself. And you too. You may walk away with a degree. You never know, a few years from now, you may come back right here and be teaching with that degree that you got. Same as Mrs. Teresa that we have right here today. So I hope you guys find a great word. I hope you guys actually get some motivation from this. We would definitely be back. So don't worry. Part 2 is some more in-depth. Get some even more motivational stories, some advice of that. But one thing I always tell you guys is to believe in yourself, believe in your possibility, be fearless, not fearful, and put God first in every single thing you do because He will lead the way, okay? So don't beat yourself up. Just know that you got this. Stay in your lane. What we said, stay in your lane. Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, part 2 is coming up and you guys better watch out. Woo. Stay in your lane, okay?
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.